Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.
The scene yesterday at St. Augustine Funeral Home in Harmon, a government of Guam bus transporting quarantined travelers to a viewing. Police there telling KUAM they were there to make sure quarantined persons didn't mix with other family members who were also there for the same viewing. To refresh your memory, here's Public Health's Al Silverio, the COVID-19 mass casualty lead, with the department's official protocol for funerals during this lockdown.
No more than 10 individuals from the immediate household will be present at the funeral home or at the gravesite. And that's inclusive of the funeral staff.
These protocols in place to prevent gatherings and the spread of COVID-19, which Public Health has said was spread through gatherings like funerals. But the bus at the funeral was transporting 11 people, and several cars with other family members were also at the funeral home, and it's all part of DPHSS's new policy allowing quarantine travelers who come here for bereavement ceremonies to attend viewings and funerals. A change that Silverio tells The Link was prompted by a lawsuit filed by Robert Shaw against Public Health. As we reported, Shaw was told he wouldn't be able to attend his little brother's funeral since he was in quarantine. Shaw suing Public Health. He was then released from quarantine. Silverio telling KUAM this was a lesson learned.
Those folks who are in our quarantine facility are escorted, police escorted with a government of Guam bus so that it's safe, that there's no mishaps, if there's no accidents that can happen, we minimize that as much as possible. That they are safely taken to the funeral home or gravesite and safely brought back. So we want to make sure that people are able to see their loved ones in a dignified and respectful way. So we provide that service for them so that they protect themselves and we protect the community as well.
Silverio described escort services provided to two separate viewings yesterday as a test run, but funeral home staff said they had no idea a bus of quarantined travelers would show up, and they were worried they weren't given enough time to prepare for the risk associated with this so-called test run. And while Silverio said this exercise was planned thoroughly, Public Works Deputy Director Jess Garcia said he only got notice the night before.
It was a coordinated effort with Public Health and myself, DPW, Sunday evening.
Silverio said travelers with negative COVID tests will be allowed to attend viewings or funerals with escorts, and those who don't have a COVID test will be given one by Public Health, even as many residents clamor for mass testing in the villages. And since we have seen in news reports stories about people with COVID testing negative several times before testing positive, we asked Silverio about the possible risk of exposure to police officers, funeral staff, bus drivers, public health, and the people of Guam.
Those people who wish to say goodbye to their loved ones must be respected all the way down the line. And if we put ourselves at risk, that is the reality of the work that we do.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.